Where's my seat?
Row J, seat 6.
Thank you.
How long is the show?
I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great show.
Sir, please step over here.
Do you need help finding your seat?
Orchestra or mezzanine?
Please step forward.
Can I have a small popcorn and water?
Get me a spritzer, won't you?
$10, please.
Do you have any gummy bears?
I need a beer.
Cash or credit?
Where's the bathroom?
To your left behind the stairs.
Thanks, I need a pee. Look at the stage.
Have you read the program?
Turn off your phone now.
Excuse me. Sorry. Sorry. Excuse me. Can I pass?
Can I help you?
Do you know what you want for dinner?
Did you tell the babysitter what time we'd be home?
are you getting home?
The trains were so slow today, I thought I wasn't going to make it tonight.
I'm so excited to see the show. Did you know RJ, the guy from TikTok, is the host?
Oh my god, look who's in it.
Company, this is your Places. Call Places for top of show. Places. Thank you. All right, checking in. House lights.
Hello, standing by.
Thank you. And lights.
Lights is ready. Have a great show.
Thank you, thank you. And spots.
Spots are ready.
Hey, here are your lights. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I see my lights. Thank you.
Thank you. How are we doing on Places?
We have Places stage right.
Liz, how is stage left?
Almost ready.
Wonderful. Thank you. All right, sound.
Standing by on sound.
Thank you. Have a good show.
Thanks, you too.
Maestro, are you ready?
I'm good.
All right, here's your cue light.
House manager to SM.
Go for SM.
Hello, we have the house is yours.
How are we doing on Places? We have the house.
We are good to go.
Okay, y'all, we have Places. Have a good show, everyone. Stand by house lights and lights 2. House lights to half. Go. Lights 2 and house out. Go.
you hear that sound? A melody that's calling. Do you hear that sound? Pretending not to hear. 'Cause you fear that sound. The music can't help falling away until the song might disappear.
But you feel that heart echoing inside you, and you feel that heart waiting to let go, to reveal that heart might let the music guide you today. Oh, will the music never know? If I'm foolish to wear this mask I borrow in a world that waits to meet me eye to eye, am I foolish to dream a new tomorrow or dare to try? What if this song could help me find a reason? What if these words could right the world from wrong? What if this song goes by with words that I know I don't believe in? But what if I sing my song? I can feel my heart dreaming of tomorrow. I can feel my heart hiding from the past. I could heal my heart, this mystery I follow, and rebuild this song to last. 'Cause what if the song dreams new love to guide me? What if these words see me as I am? What if this song could share the light that's been singing deep inside me? So what if I sing my song? Who am I to wonder if I can try again? Reveal the light that's underneath the song that waits till then.
What if this song writes an untold story, finding new ways of who can dare to see? What if I open up my heart to the endless world before me? Let the world sing my song. Sing my song today. Sing my song tonight. Dance that fear away. Watch me sing tomorrow.
Good evening, and welcome to Tisch New Theater's Offstage, a
a 3-day virtual concert that unites performers and composers from all backgrounds and gives them the space to create and perform original songs centered around the theme of identity. Before we get started, in-person rehearsals and filming for Offstage took place in Lower Manhattan and Jersey City, on the ancestral homeland of the Munsee Lenape people. Tisch New Theater acknowledges this history and recognizes the historical links between the land on which New York University sits and the Lenape. Through our company's mission, TNT seeks to build relationships with indigenous communities and nations through academic and artistic pursuits, partnerships, historical recognitions, and community building practices. And now, on to the show. My name is RJ Christian. I'm a senior in Steinhardt Vocal Performance. I'm a composer, actor, singer, and TikTok superstar. You may have seen me in the internet phenomenon Ratatouille the Musical. I will be your host for the next 3 nights. I'm really excited to share these stories and performances with all of you. What you just saw was Sing My Song, written by the amazing Oliver Richmond for our incredible cast. And what a way to begin this 3-day event. Joining me now are Eliana Coe and Nick Sylvester, the team behind Roots, which you will hear shortly. And also we have Isha Narayanan and Lorenzo Moore, who will talk about their song, Free Yourself. Welcome to all of you. Now, talking to the team behind Roots, the show is about identity, and so many great songs are built off of amazing metaphor, but also the music does a lot of storytelling through this song. So I wonder if you could talk to me about how you use music to tell this story and what you sort of thought about when composing it.
Absolutely. So at the beginning, it started with a conversation. Nick is an environmental science major, so that also led to why we decided to use this metaphor of a tree. So you'll actually hear a cello and a bassoon constantly in conversation within this soundscape of a forest that I tried to create with the branches, the roots, the tree, just kind of building the sonic imagery using instrumentation that resonated with Nick and I.
Absolutely. And it's all about telling that story. And speaking to you, Nick, how has this song changed from the fall to now that you've coached it and it's been transformed and orchestrated?
It's a complicated sort of evolution. It really started out as a story of me leaving my hometown, changing high schools, going through this huge, what I thought would be a sort of a rehashing of my entire identity. And there was a couple of verses that I wrote with Eliana, of course, as we sort of went through the motions of this song, where I was laying on the floor listening to my favorite song at the time over and over and over again, feeling lost, hopeless, not really sure what was going on. And throughout the process, I sort of distanced myself from that person until I sort of found myself coming back to it again. And that's kind of where we are now. And I feel like Roots has sort of been this huge 360 of just coming back to understanding what it feels like to feel alone and feel hopeless, but also knowing that that's not permanent. So
Absolutely. So it sounds like you've come a long way from the fall. And speaking of the fall, let's go to the team behind Free Yourself. So Isha and Lorenzo, talk to me about what the collaboration process was like, coming from 2 very different backgrounds and working from 2 different time zones.
Yeah, it was really, really a challenge to work within time zones, but something that I think ultimately aided us. We really found times that work for each other. Of course, he was in Italy, I was in New Jersey. We were just trying to work things out together.
I think that the whole process of collaboration, even if we were in different time zones, I think this is a very kind of intrinsic quality of the 21st century and the period we're living in, is that we can get to know each other even through Zoom and figure out what our identity is about.
Absolutely. And it's good to know that your collaboration went smoothly. But, there's always some little bumps in the road. So your song is about being brave and stepping over the edge. So is there any moment during this process where you felt like you had to be brave and push through something in order to get to the art?
If we had another verse, I could write about this songwriting process. Lorenzo's musical style is very like folk rock, really like getting into the grits of it, and I'm a little theater kid. So when we were going through this and when he was composing this brilliant song, I was finding myself in that position of can I do this? Like, can I sing like this? Can I do justice to this amazing work that we're making together? And there were moments where I was like, should I tell Lorenzo to Theater 5 this song? And I was just like, it's now or never. I got to take this risk now. And with the help of Lorenzo and the amazing music direction team that TNT has, I was able to finally get into it, and I really enjoy singing this song now.
Even the process of writing a song like that, I think it requires a lot of bravery to face yourself in order to free yourself. And I think that if you're not brave, if you don't take charge of your own life and your own identity, it will be very hard to free yourself from those things that hold you back.
Absolutely. And going back to the subject of style, Lorenzo, are there any sort of musical moments we should look out for? Maybe a guitar solo of sorts?
Yeah, the guitar solo was kind of natural. You know, I just really wanted to improvise the solo. I didn't really think about the structure that much because I think it had to come from the heart. It had to come from a place of freedom, and so I just wanted to make it as authentic as possible and to make the guitar scream.
Absolutely. Thank you all for taking the time to chat with me. Now, if you're excited about Free Yourself, stay excited. But right now, we're going to hear the amazing Nick Sylvester perform Roots.
There's a tree in the middle of nowhere, nowhere I remember or care enough to think about. In this alternate dimension, the tree that I mentioned grows tall and strong. As people climb along the branches, it extends. The weight piles on and never ends. Always left the door slightly ajar. The notebook on my bedside as blank as the walls of my room. My life so far, all dressed up and tied with a bow. Construct a new person to hide behind, not standing guard, just standing tall. And best of all, they don't need to know. It's not what I make, what I give they'll take. This blossoming flower is not the one I planted on my own. The roots of this tree are below the ground, buried so deep where they cannot be found or torn to pieces. The origin story in all of its glory, too delicate and now goes unseen. The soles of your feet, inches above the sole of its beak. On the floor with the music on high, drown out the insecurity with decibels on repeat, too loud and disconnected to forget my missed connections thus far. Sitting down in a chill in the fog, still living in the shadows of who I wish I was, but still I pretend that I feel the sun. So they don't think, they don't choose, they stay confused of what they don't know. The tree reaches toward the sun and moves farther from the earth. It can't afford to come undone, or they will question what it's worth. Search for the light, don't be so uptight. begin to forget what it's like to break down. You can only look up now, keep growing, and somehow all that's tangled is underground. It's never too late. I know it's fate. I'll fight the opportunity to bury it deeper. The roots of this tree are below the ground, buried so deep where they cannot be found or torn to pieces. The origin story in all of its glory, too delicate and now goes unseen. The soles of your feet, inches above the soul of its being. In this mighty forest, I am but one tree. Don't try to read inside of me. I'm just here to help you breathe. Roots don't see the light of day unless there's a storm, and that leaves the rest of my entity torn. So the roots in me stay deep underground, hidden safely where they cannot be found or torn to pieces. My origin story in all of its glory, too delicate and now goes unseen. The person you see is so distant from the me I can't be. So if you dig too deep, the story will come undone. The melody will burn like a song that was never sung.
I mean, I knew Nick was amazing, but wasn't that incredible, guys? Now, don't worry. We're going to see more of Isha and Lorenzo later tonight to give us Free Yourself. While rehearsing, filming, and recording music for this production, the company of TNT's Offstage adhered to federal, state, and university-wide COVID-19 safety protocols, maintaining social distancing guidelines while working in person, and conducting all other meetings and rehearsals remotely. For more information about social distancing and COVID-19 protocols, please visit NYU Returns COVID-19 information on the New York University website. Now, everyone at home, grab your boarding passes and suitcases, because we're going all the way to NYU Abu Dhabi to meet with Enid Molel. And joining us remotely is also the composer of this duo, Natalie Colette. Welcome. So you two have mentioned that this song could be described as a love letter to those who've raised you. And you both come from very big families. So talk about how that shared experience inspired the song.
Yeah, I come from a very big family, but when I imagine singing this, when I'm singing this song, I imagine singing it to my mother because I feel like her presence has the heaviest weight in shaping my identity. But definitely having that large family means more input, and like every single member of my family had something to do with making me the person I am today.
When writing this song, I definitely thought of it as a thank you letter to my family and my parents because they have sacrificed so much to give me the values and the lessons that they wanted me to have, such as a good education and good morals and things like that. So this is kind of me saying, hey, look, you did a good job and I hope that you can be proud of me and these are all the things that I've learned.
Absolutely. If the song is half that inspiring, we'll all be better off for hearing it. And on that note, here is Anna Molel performing Life Lessons.
I'm not a little girl no more. I've gotta face the world on my own and let go of your hand. Pray that I understand the ways of life. I know that you both taught me well, but right now I really can't tell if I'll do it right. You've been holding me tight, but now it's time for me to take flight and practice what you taught me. Though I'm on my own, I'm never alone. Even when we are miles apart, all the lessons I've learned, they will stay in my heart. You taught me to stand up for myself, speak out, and be ready to help, to take risks and be brave, and don't be afraid to fall, 'cause if I do, you'll catch me. I'm not a little girl no more. I've learned to face the world on my own. I've let go of your hand, and now I understand the ways of life. I've practiced what you taught me. Though I'm on my own, I never felt alone. Even when we are miles apart, all the lessons I've learned, they have stayed in my heart. You taught me to chase what I want, be humble, don't tease and don't taunt, take care of myself and always ask for help, because if I do, you'll be there. I've had my ups and downs, days I can't get off the ground. I know I don't always succeed, but you continue to teach me to work hard and always be honest, live life always to the fullest, to believe in myself, reach for the highest shelf, because no matter what, you'll always be proud.
Now, it makes sense why that song's called Life Lessons, because I feel like I learned a thing or two. Now, for the next performance of the night, we're going to connect with Emerson and Tyler, who had a conversation about their song, Training Wheels.
Hi, I'm Emerson Steele.
Hi, I'm Tyler Arley.
And we wrote Training Wheels together. Training Wheels is inspired by a lot of childhood stories, including one of my own, which was when I was about 8 years old, my dad built a zip line in our backyard and had the brilliant idea for me to test it out. And as I was going down the zip line, I smacked into the tree and slid down and couldn't walk for a few days, was pretty beaten up. But about 30 minutes later, my dad came in and was like, hey, I got a seat for it. Do you want to go back on? And he picked me up and carried me. And I got back on and got back up again. And it's a lot about the resilience you have as a kid and how carrying into adulthood, that's not as accessible.
For me, I was able to connect with them because I think it's something that a lot of people experience. For me, this song is about finding your place as circumstances around you change?
My whole family, we kind of sat down and watched the Offstage spring preview together. And my mom was bawling, my dad was bawling, which is a hilarious turn of events, as I've seen him probably cry a total of 5 times in my life. My brother was not crying, but he was very supportive. But it meant so much to my mom, and to see just kind of the light in her eyes, and the fact that she just felt really honored and happy that I even considered her when writing about my identity. But she is so much of who I am, so it just made sense.
Speaking of your mom, Emerson, we have a little surprise for you today. So we have a video from your mom with some words that she wanted to share with you.
What the heck? I'm gonna cry.
Hi, sweetie. I just want you to know how very proud I am of you. Both Daddy and I are so proud of you. I love your song, Training Wheels. The music that you and Tyler wrote together is just gorgeous. And I think what means most of all to me are the words that you took from your childhood that you apply to your daily life, both when you face challenges or when you help others with their challenges. So proud of you, and I love you so very much.
Tyler! Oh my gosh! Oh, guys, I started tearing up, and then I was like, okay, we gotta do the rest of the interview, so I can't be bawling. But thank you. Thank you, guys. What? Tyler, you go ahead, you take this one.
I think one of the things we talked about when we started like orchestrating it and adding everything was that it also had to have a very consistent drive to it. You know, even when we sort of sit in one place on one, chord, or even a moment of silence, was that like it was still going forward and it was still overcoming the challenges within it as it built musically. So
with that, let's go back to the studio with RJ.
What a beautiful conversation to share with us. And Tyler, what a sweet surprise. That was beautiful. And now, performing Training Wheels, here's Emerson Steele.
When I was 5, my mom was by my side while I went slow. No more training wheels to help me ride. When she let go, I felt so alive. Just the autumn breeze, my bike and me. But when I tried to turn, I felt myself freeze and fall and scrape my knee. And there was shame and anger and disappointment. I didn't want to stand and try again. But then my mom said, if you quit today, will you cry tomorrow for all your dreams unfulfilled? If you don't win today, just try tomorrow. We all break now and then, but we rebuild. She wiped my tears away and said, I know how it feels, but take my hand, I'll help you stand. I'll be your training wheels. At 18, I moved away from home to a city that I always dreamed of. Left my boyfriend behind and we talked on the phone every night till he fell out of love. He cut it clean, said he couldn't thrive in a distance romance with me. And suddenly, I was 5 on the ground with a scraped knee. And I was sad and angry and disappointed. I didn't want to stand and try again. And I said, if I quit today, I won't cry tomorrow for all my dreams unfulfilled. I didn't win today, and I won't tomorrow. He broke my heart, and how can I rebuild? I thought no one around me could know how it feels to be alone. can't stay on the ground like I've died. All I can do is get back on the bike and ride. At 20, I was in an airport traveling to a new place. There was a woman, I couldn't help but stare, for there were tears running down her face. And there were plenty of people all around us, but not one asked, what's wrong? I sat down next to her. She told me her mother was almost gone. And she sat or angry or disappointed. She won't know how to stand and try again. I took her hand and I said, if you quit today, then you'll cry tomorrow for all your dreams unfulfilled. You say goodbye today, but you'll find tomorrow she never really left. She's with you still. I wiped her tears away and said, I know how it feels to be alone and far from home without your training wheels. Without your training wheels. And after all, that's what training wheels are for, so you can keep on going when you don't have them anymore.
Man, that song just makes me feel all warm inside. We have one last performance for you tonight. Joining us one more time are Isha and Lorenzo. Here is Free Yourself.
December in New Jersey, bare shoulders and green shorts, stuck inside this gloom, in the silence of this room. The school day is gone now, it's time to play the game. Can I let these people know that I'm feeling so alone? Don't be afraid to be on the ledge. Don't be afraid to face the edge. Free yourself. September in New York, 6 strangers and one
Those vocals, that guitar solo? Now what's not to love about a performance like that? And what a fantastic way of starting these 3 days full of creativity, talent, and music. That's it for us tonight, but we will be back tomorrow night to bring you 4 more songs created by our fantastic performers and composers. So get your tickets. Spread the word, tell your friends and family, and be sure to follow us on Instagram at TishNewTheater. For bonus features and our audience guide, go to our website at tishnewtheater.com. That's it for me tonight, but we'll see you again tomorrow.
Can you give another clap for me? Awesome, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Julia, you can take it away.
Okay, so can you tell us a little bit about what Offstage is to you?
So Offstage is an incredibly special project. Going into this year, we really didn't know what to do, what would happen, and the question that Matthew and I really were trying to answer was, what does this year need? What can we give? And so Offstage is an exploration of identity. We invited composers and actors to work together to write music about identity and whatever that means to them, really on any scale, and whatever they felt like they wanted to share with the world.
One of the great parts about this project is that the way the production team and creative team brought people onto the project was incredibly holistically. So people are coming from incredibly different and diverse backgrounds, which means a lot of their music and lyrical materials coming from incredibly different and diverse backgrounds.
I'm really excited to dive into who these people are, like what their story is, and because these songs are so personal, and how they work together in order to create them.
Can you do it one more time?